Everyone likes the idea of going out, finding their own food, coming back and eating it. So let's look at some of the things you should do if you respect the land. In Britain during the Second World War, it was really popular because of rationing and the lack of food. People grew their own vegetables and they went out into the countryside and they foraged. But let's not forget, there was less than 2 billion people on the planet then. That's a crucial thing. We live in a world where there are lots of people now, and in my lifetime it's quadrupled the amount of people here, and it's really noticeable. And what comes with quadrupling is people need somewhere to live, so more and more of nature gets taken up with people and they're living. So that means a lot of nature gets destroyed, and as such there's only a few pockets left, really only a few pockets left, dotted here and there in your local area. I'm not talking national parks here, I'm just talking, you know, easily accessible day-to-day things. So let's start. Rule number 1, leave as you find. Now this is a nature rule anyway, or a going into nature. If a gate is open, leave it open, unless it's obvious that it's accidentally come open. I mean, I've been guilty of repairing fences and gates in order to stop sheep escaping. You know, that's just how I am. But, you know, leave it as you find it. Now this applies to foraging too. Another one is leave no trace. Don't leave litter, don't leave footprints. Leave it so that someone like me can turn up and not know you've been there. Yes, footprints, because many people will be trespassing. I can guarantee you that. And also, obviously, I hope, don't leave any litter. So let's have a word about the legal aspects of it. In the 1970s, it became illegal to pick certain plants, like bluebells and cowslips. It may have been the early 80s, due to overpicking, believe it or not, overpicking. So there is a danger that this can happen again if people are greedy. What is okay though is that you can collect leaves, you can collect flowers, you can collect fruit, and you can collect mushrooms. That's all fine. And if you're trespassing while doing it, that's also fine, as long as you leave the land. You can also take what you've collected. It is illegal to uproot, dig up any plant unless you have the landowner's permission. Any plant. That means pignut, dandelion root, burdock, all these things you can't dig up the root or the bulbs unless you've got permission from the landowner. Let's go to actual foraging. One of the most important things is correct identification. Now back when I was younger, well, so much younger than today, I used to make myself smoking mixtures for various things, and one day I went and I was out after purple loosestrife, and I got this, what I had identified as purple loosestrife, put it in a mixture, and you know, with all the other things, yeah, I saw stuff, yeah. But I only found out, what, maybe less than 10 years ago, that it wasn't purple loosestrife. It was something else, whose name I can't think of. I misidentified, but it is really crucial. I mean, you know, luckily nothing bad came of it. So I would suggest you go and identify it a number of times via books or with someone who knows. Do that a number of times before you go and, you know, try some yourself. Because so many things are similar to other things. Bittercress, for example, that's similar to a few things. One of them is lady's smock, which I don't think you can eat that. So get your identification correct. It's important that you learn the plant, what parts you need, and how to collect it without damaging A, the plant, and B, the area around it. Another one applies to, you know, what you find, and that is to only take what you need. And if it's something rarer or less common or hard to get, take one and leave many. It's really important. Like I said, habitat is being destroyed, ancient plants are disappearing, old plants are disappearing, and they need to be left alone in order to duplicate. Let's give you an example of a negative way. I was in a well-known forest, in a clearing that lots of people go to, and I noticed someone had got a mushroom. I can't remember what it was. Might have been a russula or a sep. I can't remember. But they'd cut it in half and discarded it. Now there are signs all over when you come in and where most people park saying, don't pick fungus or any other forageable plants. It's a protected forest. So someone has come along, disobeyed, picked it, and left the evidence lying around. So the next thing is cameras will be put in. Yeah, this is, you know, egos again, people's egos going, oh look, let's have this, oh great, whoa, without thinking of anyone else or anything else or any consequences or anything. And I'm not alone in having had enough of this. Another thing that I want to impress upon people is, if you're going to go foraging, go for things that are abundant, like nettles, goosegrass, cleavers, its other name, ivy leaf, toadflax, ground ivy, hedge garlic, ramsons, you know, things that are three-cornered leek, things that are prolific and abundant. It's crucial now. Anything that's rare, resist the temptation to dig it up. If it's on its own, leave it alone. So to recap, respect is of the utmost consideration and care for nature. Imagine you're trying not to leave any trace that you've been there. Try and make as little noise as you possibly can. That way you won't scare off the animals. So if you're going to take a dog or a child, that's it, you've had it. People seem to think that they can go and work in the city and do a job which has consequences of destroying nature, make a load of money, move to the countryside and destroy more nature, cut down trees and hedges just for the view, and then go out foraging and taking from the land. And meanwhile, people like me who've made a choice to respect the land and live with it are going out doing the work, trying to preserve what little is left. And I hate to have to do this. It's true, what little is left. And I don't want to keep saying that, but it's true. That's just symptomatic of people's attitudes and greed, thinking they can go out, have what they want, without any thought or care for anything else. It's a bad attitude to have. It's what's caused all this in the first place. I hope people will take heed of these sort of basic rules, and maybe we can get this country to flourish again in the way that it was. I mean, there are ways I could say that there are things that need to happen for that to be a lot easier. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.